Welcome back to the Vibrational Stage Podcast. This week's exploration is supported by VSP number 2, When Everything Feels Like Too Much, a premium companion experience designed to help you move from overwhelm toward clarity and grounded presence. I'll tell you more about that at the end of today's episode. For now, I want to begin with a question. How many times have you thought, when I finally get through this, then life will calm down? Then I'll feel relaxed. Then I'll feel successful. Then I'll have peace. Then I'll have time to myself. For many people, that sentence has been running quietly in the background for years, sometimes decades. When I finally get through this, the problem is that this never seems to happen. One project ends, another begins. One responsibility is completed, three more appear. One goal is achieved, a new target immediately replaces it. The finish line moves again and again and again. Most people assume that it's simply the nature of ambition, but I think something deeper is happening. Many of us have unknowingly become trapped inside what I call the arrival myth. The arrival myth is the belief that peace exists somewhere in the future, that fulfillment exists somewhere in the future, that enoughness exists somewhere in the future. And if we can just reach the next milestone, finally everything will come together. The problem is that the future keeps moving. The milestones keep changing. The destination keeps shifting. And because of that, life becomes a perpetual pursuit, a constant chase, an endless attempt to arrive somewhere we never quite reach. What's fascinating is that many of the people most trapped by the system are not failing. They're succeeding. The executive receives the promotion. The entrepreneur grows the business. The student earns the degree. The parent raises the family. The creator finishes the project. And yet, a strange thing happens. The satisfaction fades quickly. The achievement loses its emotional charge. The accomplishment becomes normal. And the mind immediately begins searching for the next target. Why? Because the brain was never designed to maintain satisfaction. It was designed to maintain survival. For thousands of years, our ancestors survived by paying attention to what was missing, what was dangerous, what was uncertain, what still needed attention. The human nervous system became extraordinarily good at finding problems. It became extraordinarily good at noticing gaps. It became extraordinarily good at scanning for what wasn't finished. That survival mechanism served us well. But in modern life, it creates a paradox. We achieve more than ever before, yet many people feel less complete than ever before, because the nervous system doesn't naturally celebrate completion. It naturally searches for the next problem, the next gap, the next unfinished thing. And when we don't understand this system, we begin making a dangerous mistake. We interpret the feeling of incomplete as evidence that something is wrong. We think, maybe I haven't achieved enough. Maybe I haven't worked hard enough. Maybe I haven't become enough. But what if the feeling isn't evidence? What if it's programming? What if the sensation of being unfinished isn't proof that you're behind? What if it's simply the survival mind doing exactly what it is evolved to do? That possibility changes everything, because now we can stop taking every feeling of incompletion so personally. We can stop turning it into a verdict about our worth. We can stop believing that every restless feeling requires another accomplishment. This is where many high performers become trapped. The world often rewards them for staying on the treadmill. The more they achieve, the more praise they receive. The more productive they become, the more valuable they appear. The more they accomplish, the more their identity becomes attached to accomplishing. Eventually, they no longer know how to simply be. They only know how to pursue. And when that happens, life begins to feel strangely hollow. not because anything is missing, but because the experience of living has been replaced by the pursuit of arriving. Think about how often modern culture encourages this. Graduate, advance, scale, expand, optimize, improve, accelerate, level up, move forward. None of these things are inherently bad. Growth is beautiful. Learning is beautiful. Achievement is beautiful. The problem occurs when we make our peace conditional upon them. When we begin believing, I'll allow myself to feel enough once I get there. Because there is always another there. Always another mountain. Always another milestone. Always another finish line. And if peace depends upon arrival, peace remains permanently postponed. This is a critical shift. What if fulfillment is not waiting at the finish line? What if fulfillment comes from how you walk the path? What if success and presence are not opposites? What if growth and gratitude can coexist? What if you can continue building your life without treating your current life as inadequate? That possibility creates a radically different relationship with achievement. You still pursue meaningful goals, you still grow, you still create, you still contribute. But you stop using achievement as evidence that you are worthy. You stop using accomplishment as permission to feel peace. You stop postponing your life until some future version of enough finally arrives. And perhaps this is one of the deepest freedoms available to us, to recognize that the finish line was never designed to give us peace. Peace was always available while walking toward it. The critical shift. The finish line keeps moving because the mind was built to search for what comes next. Freedom begins when we stop expecting arrival to give us what only presence can provide. Closing reflection. Where in your life are you postponing peace until after the next achievement? And what might change if you allowed yourself to experience enoughness before you reached it? Continue the journey. Continue today's exploration on the Vibe Shift blog. And if today's conversation resonated with you, explore the Premium Companion Experience, VSP number 2, When Everything Feels Like Too Much. Inside you'll find deeper teachings, guided reflections, and practical integration exercises designed to help you move beyond overwhelm and reconnect with grounded clarity. Until next time, remember, the goal of life is not to arrive. The goal of life is to participate. Follow the link to the Vibe Shift blog, and I'll see you there. And also, the VSP number 2 link is in the show notes. So explore that, and we'll see you then.